Hey, what's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another episode of Think and Grow Rich Mastermind. What we're going to do here is we're going to cover lesson number 10 in the mystery of sex transmutation. In my opinion, this is one of the most powerful lessons in all of Think and Grow Rich, and one that has drastically and dramatically changed my life. And I guarantee you it will change yours if you know how to use it and apply it successfully. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So, lesson 10, the mystery of sex transmutation, your life force energy. I'm going to read you a small part in the book here, real quick. So, it says sex transmutation is simple and easily explained. It means a switching of the mind from thoughts of physical expression to thoughts of some other nature. Sex desire is the most powerful of human desires. When driven by this desire, men develop a keenness of imagination, courage, willpower, persistence, and creative abilities unknown to them at other times. So, that basically speaks for itself, right? In this world, everything is energy, right? And one of the most powerful forms of energy is that of sex energy. And I like to say it's almost magical if you know how to use it, or if you know how to harness it and redirect it in forms that benefits you. Much better. So let's start off with the 10 stimuli of the mind, and I believe these are in order. So number 1 is the desire for sex expression. Number 2, love. Number 3, desire for fame, power, money. Number 4, music. 5, friendship. 6, a mastermind alliance. 7, a mutual suffering. 8, autosuggestion. 9, fear. And 10, narcotics and alcohol. So sex is the strongest mental stimuli, which allows the mind to step up and start the wheels of physical action. When the brain is stimulated through one or more of the 10 stimuli, it intensifies thought blended with emotion. All human creations on this planet were once put to motion through an emotion and not by reason. The most powerful of all human emotions is that of sex. Sex is the strongest driving force. A mind stimulant is any influence by which temporarily or permanently increases the intensity of emotion of thought. When driven by this emotion of sex, one becomes gifted with a superpower for massive action. When you combine the emotions of romance, love, and sex, a genius is born. So let's jump right into it. I know this is really small, but I promise you, if you really stick with me here, it's very powerful. So the key points to know is, number 1, sex is the strongest mental stimuli. I'm sure at some point in our lives, all of us were driven by this emotion, right? It all started in our mind, and especially when we were teenagers, you needed a physical outlet for this emotion. It's a very strong emotion, that triggers something very beautiful or something very dark and evil. Basically, this emotion triggers people to action. When this emotion is transmuted, you can give life and manifest anything you use your life force energy to. And what I basically mean by that is, think about this. If sex can literally create a life, right? You're creating a life, you're creating babies. If you can literally create life through sex, why can't you transmute this same sexual energy, this same sexual emotion, transmute it into your dreams, into your goals, into your assignments, right? If you can give life to life, if you can literally create life, you can literally give life, aka manifest anything it is that you want, if you direct this emotion properly, the right way. So you either splurge it or you transmute it into something much bigger. This emotion, this energy is very, very powerful. So use it wisely. So what's an example here of how you can apply this chapter into good, positive use, to create anything you want, really? So practice semen retention or NoFap. All you're doing is saving, you're basically just saving or transmuting your sex energy, aka your life force, into something other than a physical release, for both men and women. I highly recommend, you harness this energy for 60, 30, 90 days, whatever you want. Really harness this energy. Don't release it, but use it wisely. Use it wisely. Especially if you're a young person watching this, you're a young entrepreneur, or maybe you want to create something big in your life. Try it for 90 days. Really harness this energy for 90 days and 100% focus your attention and your energy to a specific goal you want to create. Whatever it may be, something small, something big, whatever you choose to. Dedicate yourself for 90 days and see what happens, see what you accomplish. In my personal experience, when I started practicing this, I realized that I was creating more abundance. I was manifesting more things that I wanted. I started meeting more amazing people, attracting more, awesome experiences, awesome people, awesome, my income increased, more success in life and in business in general. And everything just seemed more effortless and just, I don't know how to explain it. Everything just seemed to happen, So the second thing I want to mention here, if you absolutely need to have a physical expression, what I recommend is, and this might be a little TMI for some people, but what I recommend is during the moment of climax, you want to visualize your goal. You want to visualize your goal. Because what this is basically doing is you're releasing the thought energy, right? Think about it. If the emotion of sex is one of the most strongest, then the emotion of climax carries all that strong energy with it. So what you're doing is you're basically releasing that emotion, that thought, plus your life force energy into the universe. And then the creative process begins. Because think about this. When we do this physical expression, what we do is we basically plant a seed, a physical seed, right? So in this case, instead of planting a physical seed, what we're doing is we're planting a spiritual seed, because we're holding an idea or a thought in our mind during the moment of climax. So what we're doing is we're planting a spiritual seed, which is an idea or a thought, and we're releasing it out into the universe. We're releasing that energy. We're releasing that life force energy out into the universe, giving it life force thought, life force energy, hence starting a new life. So without further ado, I hope this helps you guys. I hope this somewhat clears up a little bit about what this chapter is talking about. Perhaps this is your first time hearing it. Perhaps perhaps you didn't really understand this chapter. I hope this clarifies something. I hope this really helps guide you in the right direction. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever about this chapter or any of the other chapters that we've been covering, please feel free to reach out. Please feel free to reach out. This is very, very important. And I just want you guys to understand this concept. But specifically, this chapter for me made a massive, massive difference in achieving high levels of success in life. So don't just take this chapter and overlook it. I want you to really, really apply yourself to this chapter, because it is very, very important if you give it the maximum importance. So with that being said, guys, I really, really appreciate your time, and I will see you guys next time.